Hello, welcome back to Here We Tow. Today I am on the Oyster stand by Ten Haaft, a German company, and in this video I'm going to explain to you a little bit more about satellite systems, Wi-Fi and the Oyster Premium Avtex television. I'm joined by Marcel, who is from Germany. He's come over to the show and he's going to allow me to interview him and explain more about these systems, because to be honest, although I've got a motorhome, I've never had a satellite system. So first of all, Marcel, could you just explain a bit more about Oyster and Ten Haaft as a company?
Right, of course I can. Good morning, first of all. Thank you very much for letting us be in the UK for the show.
No, you're welcome.
And coming to our stand.
Thanks for coming.
Ten Haaft is a German company with about 100 people, family-owned business. Mm-hmm. We are producing satellite systems for mobile homes since more than 30 years. Yeah. We're producing in Germany, and since about 10 years we have Oyster Satec in the UK with a great team of 3 people, Anthony, Ian and Pat, for servicing the customers over here. And yeah, we are on the show every autumn, and yeah.
Oh,
let's start.
So it's great to hear, German company, family business, but you have got a footprint here in the UK with Pat, who is here with us today. So obviously you've come here with your satellite systems, and now I know Oyster is a reputable German company. I've seen it fitted to a number of European manufactured motorhomes, so we know it is supported across Europe as a brand to choose. Now in the UK, a lot of us on our motorhomes and leisure vehicles have an aerial. It's a pole, we push it in the air, we find our signal and we find our UK television. What we have found when we go to Europe is our aerials won't pick up our UK channels. So what can we do to get around that? Explain to me why a satellite system is a benefit to a UK motorhomer or leisure vehicle owner for when we're touring.
Yeah. Good. So first of all, you said you don't have a SAT system on your motorhome yet. So let's talk about that later.
Okay, well, that sounds really good. Yeah, go to telly for me.
So the big difference between the aerial and a fully automated SAT system, as we manufacture it, is that number one, you have on the aerial you have a manual setup with bringing up the pole on every campsite you are. And then you have to adjust everything with an automatic system as we produce, consisting of the roof unit with either a flat SAT, a flat antenna, or a dish system like here. Is that it comes up automatically, and it turns 1 or 2 rounds maximum, and it already adjusts itself to the satellite where you have your home programs, BBC, whatever. So that's the big difference to the setup. The big difference to the use in Europe, let's say France, Germany, is that the aerials don't work with the BBC, for example, in these countries. And with our automatic systems, you can have your home programs just
UK channels back in Europe when we're touring.
Just pressing the button, basically just switching on the TV, and everything else will work automatically.
So these, we can see different satellite systems here, got different shapes. These all fit on the roof of our leisure vehicle.
Absolutely.
And what Marcel is explaining is these are automatically operated. You would arrive on the campsite. I believe Pat actually has an app. Pat's over here. Pat's the gentleman from the UK.
Pat is our managing director.
He's the managing director in the UK. So Pat's got the app on his phone, so he can press a button and actually operate the satellite. So when you arrive on site, you can press the button and the satellite is going to do its thing. So you can open it and close it. If you'd like to just demonstrate pressing that button, Pat.
So the dish is up at the moment.
Let's see it spin.
Just got to
press the button.
Press the retract button now.
Okay, and it's going to start doing it for us. There we go. Look how fancy that is. Now that's better than doing your aerial in your wardrobe, let's be fair. When you arrive on site and you start pressing the buttons, this looks the business. So you can do it with the app, or as Marcel's saying, you can operate the satellite from the remote control, and the remote control is linked to the Avtex televisions from Oyster. Now, I believe, Marcel, it's right that the Oyster Avtex televisions are a premium television, and the feature being that you can operate your satellite dish with that remote control. Can you explain that?
Absolutely. We have a VIDA operating system on it. So VIDA is a widely distributed system for TVs, an extreme fast system, which we can do probably a separate video one day.
Yes.
And this system from Oyster, on top of the Aftex Premium TV, offers our customers the possibility to either switch on and switch off not only the TV, but also start the antenna and let it align automatically to your satellite, but also bring the dish up and down if it's windy, for example, or offering a parking option. If you switch off the TV, but you want to have the dish open for later, you just put it on the parking position.
Leave it up.
It leaves up, open sleep, and you switch it on later, and it's right in the position.
So the satellite and television are going to communicate, find the channels that you want, our UK channels, or whether you're wanting obviously European channels, it's going to do all the work for you. And when you've finished and you're ready to move on, you press the button, it retracts, job's done. You're ready to go.
Absolutely.
And what sort of warranty do you get with one of these?
Thank you very much. We do a 36 months full coverage.
Okay.
So whatever
3 years,
happens, 3 years
6 months.
on material, on labor time, whatever. We also have an update system through our app. That means anything happens in the sky, we will integrate it into an update.
So it'll be updated through that app.
Absolutely,
Pat's obviously got on
and that
his
means
phone.
the dish will find the satellite very quick. We also offering upgrades for very old systems. So we have spare parts for systems up to 20 years ago.
Okay, so for up to 20 years. So obviously going forward, if you were to buy this system on your motorhome and you intend to keep your motorhome, you will still be able to get those parts into the future as well.
Absolutely. This
Fantastic.
is what we say is real sustainable product development, because you can keep your old system for years. You can, for example, have a new box in your van, but still keep the cables and still keep the roof unit.
Right.
And one big difference to many other people on the market, many other brands, is that we have a one cable technology. That means we have only one cable going through the roof.
Okay.
And this cable is responsible for power, for the impulses, and also for the signal, the broadcast.
Fantastic. Well, what we'll do next, you also have some Wi-Fi as well, I believe.
Yeah, if we go over here.
Over here. So let me just spin around. So Oyster also supply the Ten Haaft Wi-Fi systems for leisure vehicles. Could you explain to me as well what these different models do and how we'd be using those with our leisure vehicles?
Absolutely. So first of all, most important is when I said we produce in Germany, we have R&D. That means we have the engineers. I'm from sales. Next door is product development. We have our engineers producing or developing each and every circuit board, every antenna next door. Right. We write our software by ourselves. So that means our in the internet products, we have routers which are homemade, so to say, homemade in a way of that we write the software. It's not based on any market development.
It's your own
it's its own product for the sake of the customer, because we have a very simple user interface which just says enter the SIM card, put in the SIM card, enter the PIN code, and that's it. In 6 languages, as simple as that. Nothing else to change. Nothing with channels, whatever. So you ask for the range. We have developed for 4 years ago. You see way in the back.
Over there
is our Connect, which we brought on the market in the year 2021, which is still the antenna with the longest reach, so to say, up to 30 kilometers, because it has the SIM card in the rooftop. And combining the SIM card together with the receivers, so to say, with the signal technology, means you have no loss, and you go down with the data cable only, and you have 0 loss to the router. However, we got feedback from the markets, large motorhomes where you can't crawl on the roof to change the SIM card. We have developed since beginning of this year 2 more systems. The EasyNet for the van conversions, basically, with a 25, 27 or 45 millimeters shaft to just go through the roof and press it with a spring, basically. And the other one is the Access, which is a full-size antenna like in the Connect. But the big difference from these two to the still great Connect is that you have a cable with 4 routes to the router, and you have the SIM card, a dual SIM card slot in your van.
Yes.
Yeah, so you can switch between a national card and a cheaper Spanish card, for example.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the benefit of the Wi-Fi with Oyster, as Marcel's explaining, the one we can see back there has a further range, but the SIM card's actually in the roof, so there is a compromise there. These go on your motorhome roof, but the SIM card's within the motorhome in the router, so you can change this and you can use a UK SIM, or if you're in Europe travelling, you can put a European SIM card in that might give you more value for money. So that is the range there. And what warranty do these have on them?
They have a 3 years warranty.
And that's a 3-year warranty as well.
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So there we have it.
More to come in the future, I promise you.
Oh,
but
fantastic.
Nothing for today. But
no, well, that's enough for now. That's enough to go on with. The main thing is we've had a look at the satellite systems. We understand that a little bit more about the benefits over an aerial, why we might want it. Oyster, as I say, this is a reputable German company. I would not be standing here with Marcel, used by a number of manufacturers. They are here in the UK. Pat, who we saw over there, he's the UK gentleman. I'll put a link in the description to Oyster, and obviously so that way you can contact them here in the UK if you're interested in having this retrofitted to your motorhome. If you're buying a motorhome that already supplies Oyster, obviously you can spec that at the point of ordering. They also have the Wi-Fi systems and those Avtex premium televisions as well. Hopefully you've enjoyed finding out a little bit more about the Oyster system. Thank you, Marcel, for inviting me on the stand and explaining a little bit more, because it's not something I know about particularly. So there we go.
All right.
So as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Bye-bye.